embossed invitation mocked me from my kitchen counter. Mr. Daniel Chambers requests the pleasure of your company at our 5th anniversary celebration. His handwriting scrawled across the bottom made my stomach turn. Would love to see you there, Emma. Let's show there's no hard feelings. You're not actually considering this. Maya stood in my doorway, arms crossed. My sister had that look, the one she reserved for my worst decisions. I'd just finished a 12-hour shift at the bookstore, exhaustion settling into my bones. Maybe I should just go and prove I've moved on. Emma, that man strung you along for 4 years, promising you marriage while building his career. Then he dumped you the week after making partner and married his colleague 3 months later. She shook her head. He doesn't deserve your presence. She was right. Daniel had ended things 8 months ago with a phone call during my lunch break, saying he needed someone who understood his professional world. Someone driven. 4 months later, Catherine Morrison's engagement announcement appeared in the Times. Corporate lawyer, Yale graduate, senator's niece. Everything I apparently wasn't. I'd spent 8 months piecing myself back together. 8 months of friends assuring me I dodged a bullet. 8 months of wondering what fundamental flaw made 4 years of my life disposable. Hey, if this story resonates with you, please hit that like button and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps us continue creating these stories for you. Your engagement truly matters to us. The bookstore was quiet 3 nights before the gala when the door chimed. I looked up and time seemed to pause. The man who entered didn't belong in chapter and verse. Tall, silver-gray hair, perfectly styled, wearing a cashmere coat that probably cost more than my monthly salary. He carried himself with the kind of quiet authority that commanded respect without demanding it. "Can I help you find something?" I asked, trying to sound professional. His eyes, striking blue-gray, scanned the shelves methodically. "First editions. Do you have a rare book section?" "Back corner, I can show you." "I'll find it." He paused, those calculating eyes settling on me. "You're the owner." "Manager. The owner is my uncle." He moved through the store like he was cataloging everything, every detail, every possibility. I tried to focus on inventory, but felt his presence like a magnetic pull. 20 minutes later, he approached the counter with a leather-bound Hemingway. "This will do." As I wrapped it, he said quietly, "You're unhappy." I nearly dropped the book. "Excuse me. Someone disappointed you recently. You have that look, present but distant, going through motions." His accent was subtle, British, with something else underneath. I should have brushed it off. Instead, I heard myself say, "Bad breakup." "But I'm managing." "You're not managing." "When?" 8 months ago. He's celebrating his 5th anniversary this Friday. The words escaped before I could stop them. "And you're attending," not a question, a statement. "How did you?" People attend these things for 2 reasons, closure or revenge. Sometimes both. He tilted his head. What's your name? Emma. Dominic. He said it like it meant something, like I should recognize it. I rang up his purchase. $1, 200 for a first edition. He handed me his card without blinking. For the next hour, he browsed, occasionally asking me questions about literature, about my life, what I'd wanted before settling into bookstore management. I found myself confessing about my abandoned graduate school plans, how Daniel had convinced me to wait, to be practical, to support his career first. You deferred your dreams for someone else's ambition, Dominic observed. That's not love. That's exploitation. When he finally prepared to leave, he placed $500 bills on the counter. For your time and conversation. I can't accept. You can. He pulled out a business card. What time do you close tomorrow? 9 why? I'll be here. I have a proposal that could benefit us both if you're interested in reclaiming your power. He left, and I stood there holding $500 and the strange certainty that everything had just shifted. The next evening arrived too slowly and too quickly. Maya thought I was insane for agreeing to meet him again. You don't know this man, Emma. I know, but something about Dominic felt different. Dangerous, yes, but not to me. He arrived at exactly 9:00 p.m. in a midnight blue Bentley. You came, I said, locking up. I keep my word. Get in. Every survival instinct screamed warnings. But I got in anyway. The interior smelled of leather and subtle cologne. Jazz played softly from speakers I couldn't see. Where are we going? I asked as he navigated through the city. My home, to discuss the proposal. My pulse quickened. What kind of proposal? Nothing inappropriate, he said with faint amusement. You need to attend this anniversary celebration and show your ex that discarding you was his greatest error. I need a companion for Friday evening. We help each other. You could have anyone. Why would you need me? Because I see potential where others see an ordinary bookstore manager. He glanced at me. I know what you could become with the right investment. We drove to an exclusive address in the financial district. A doorman appeared instantly, opening Dominic's door with careful deference. Mr. Blackwell, good evening. The penthouse was stunning, all dark woods, leather, and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Museum-quality art adorned the walls. He poured 2 glasses of scotch, handed me one. Let me be clear. I'll escort you to this celebration. But first, we transform you. New wardrobe, styling, everything. You'll enter that room on my arm, and he'll realize his mistake immediately. Why would you do this for a stranger? I understand being underestimated. His voice carried an edge. And I have business associates attending this event. Your ex's firm handles legal work for several of my competitors. Arriving with you sends messages. What kind of messages? That what they dismissed, I value. That their judgment is flawed. He moved closer. Can you project confidence even if you're terrified inside? I thought of Daniel's condescending smile, Catherine's social media posts about blessed and power couple. Yes, his smile was slow and dangerous. Good, we begin tomorrow. The transformation started Thursday at dawn. A car collected me at 6:00 a.m. First was an exclusive salon where a stylist named Isabel worked magic, turning my mousy brown into rich auburn with dimensional highlights. Mr. Blackwell has impeccable taste, she murmured. He said to enhance, not change. You're naturally striking. Then boutiques I'd only seen from outside. In each one, staff appeared immediately. Champagne materialized. Gowns emerged like they'd been waiting. Dominic sat like royalty, dismissing most options with barely a glance. Then I stepped out in an emerald silk dress that draped perfectly, highlighting every curve. That one, his voice was rougher, eyes traveling slowly over me. Absolutely that one. The woman in the mirror was confident, powerful, undeniable. Shoes, jewelry, accessories, all chosen with precision. Why are you doing this? I asked between stores. Because excellence deserves recognition. He opened the car door. And because watching you discover your worth is satisfying. Stay tonight, he said when we returned. We have more work tomorrow. I called Maya, who peppered me with concerns. Just promise me you're being careful. I don't know what I'm doing, I admitted. But maybe that's the point. Friday was different. Dominic taught me how to carry myself, how to command presence. We walked through the penthouse as he critiqued my posture, my movements. Chin up. You're not requesting permission to exist. You're announcing your arrival. This feels ridiculous. It's armor. Most people surrender power through body language alone. He stopped in front of me. You've been apologizing for existing. Stop hiding. We practiced conversations, reading rooms, identifying real power versus performed importance. By evening, something fundamental had changed. I felt it in how I moved, how I met his eyes. Better, he said, much better. Who are you really, Dominic? He was quiet. Someone who operates outside conventional boundaries. I have resources and connections that make things happen. I protect my interests. I eliminate obstacles. Are you dangerous? Extremely, but never to you. Why me? His hand traced my jaw. Because I saw someone brilliant being diminished, and I decided to show you what you could be. His thumb brushed my lips. Tomorrow, you'll shine so bright he'll spend his life regretting his choice. Yes, I whispered. Good, he stepped back. Rest. Tomorrow we remind them who you are. Saturday arrived with crystalline clarity. A styling team transformed me over 3 hours. Hair in an elegant updo. Makeup that enhanced rather than masked. When I looked in the mirror, I saw someone completely new. Dominic waited in a charcoal suit that fit like it was made for him. When I entered, something dark and possessive flickered in his expression. Extraordinary. He turned me to the mirror, standing behind me, hands on my waist. Do you see it now? I see someone who belongs with you. You do belong with me. His grip tightened. Ready? With you, yes. The drive to the Chambers estate took 40 minutes. The venue was elegant, all glass and modern architecture screaming new money. Valets rushed to our car. Guests in expensive clothes turned to stare as we passed. Dominic's hand never left the small of my back. Whispers followed us. We took seats as the celebration began. Daniel stood with Catherine, looking self-satisfied in his designer suit. She wore a white dress dripping with crystals and desperation. When they gave their speeches about partnership and success, I felt nothing. No pain, no anger, just relief I'd escaped. At the reception, I accepted champagne for courage. There, Dominic murmured, "Is that him?" Daniel stood near the bar, Catherine beside him. That's him. Weak jawline, insecure eyes, expensive suit trying to hide his fundamental mediocrity. Dominic sipped his drink. Shall we? My stomach dropped, but I nodded. As we approached, Daniel noticed me. His eyes widened, then widened more, taking in my transformation. Emma, I didn't think you'd actually come. You invited me, I said steadily. You said no hard feelings. Catherine turned, smile faltering. You invited your ex-girlfriend. Her voice rose. I did. I wanted to share wonderful news with old friends. I glanced at Dominic adoringly. He extended his hand to Daniel. Dominic Blackwell, Emma's fiancé. The word hung like a detonation. Fiancé, Catherine's voice went shrill. You're engaged. Recent development, I said, admiring the diamond Dominic had slipped on my finger in the car. But when you know, you know. Daniel had gone pale. Blackwell, as in Blackwell Holdings. Something passed between the men. Recognition, fear. Dominic's smile was all teeth. The same. We have interests throughout the city. Real estate, finance, acquisitions. I believe your firm represents Morrison and Associates on the Harborfront deal. Property my company owns. I watched Daniel realize exactly what Dominic was telling him. This wasn't just some random wealthy man. This was someone with real power. I didn't realize you were involved with Harborfront, Daniel stammered. There are many things you don't realize, Mr. Chambers, including what a remarkable woman you had. Steel ran under Dominic's pleasant tone. But I must thank you. Your failure to recognize Emma's value delivered her directly to me. And I will spend every day ensuring she knows exactly what she's worth. Daniel and Catherine hurried away. I turned to Dominic, heart pounding. Fiancé, you said companion. Companion wasn't impactful enough. He looked amused. Besides, the message is sent. You're under my protection. Word will spread. His associates will hear. They'll question his judgment. You're going to damage his career because he broke up with me. I'm going to make his life uncomfortable because he tried to humiliate you. There's a difference. He touched my cheek. No one hurts what's mine. People approached constantly the rest of the evening. Business contacts, society figures who'd ignored me when I was just Daniel's girlfriend. Now they wanted to know who I was, how we'd met, congratulations on our engagement. Dominic played his role perfectly, attentive without hovering, making it clear through subtle touches I was precious to him. Daniel avoided us, but I caught him watching several times, something lost in his eyes. Ready to leave? Dominic asked as evening deepened. More than ready. In the car, he asked, "How do you feel?" Lighter, like I've been carrying his rejection for 8 months and can finally let it go. I looked at him. Thank you for all of it. The pleasure was mine. He glanced at me. What happens now? The arrangement was just for tonight, wasn't it? It was, but I find myself reluctant to let you go. He pulled off at a scenic overlook. This started as a transaction, but somewhere between that bookstore and tonight, it became something else. I haven't stopped thinking about you since we met. I want to know you too, the real you. His smile was genuine this time. Then we have time. He kissed me soft at first, then deeper, full of promise. Take me home, I said when we broke apart. Your home. At the penthouse, he poured wine. You deserve to know what you're getting into. He told me everything about his family's empire built over generations. Legitimate businesses mixed with less legitimate operations. The power he wielded, the enemies he'd made. Being with me means stepping into a world where danger exists, where you'll be a target simply because you matter to me. His hand found mine. I can protect you, but I can't eliminate every risk. I thought about my life before him. Safe, predictable, small. Working endless shifts, going home alone, pretending I was fine while slowly disappearing. What if I don't want safe anymore? Then I'd say you're either very brave or very foolish. His thumb traced circles on my palm. But I'd also say I would do everything to make you happy, to give you the life you deserve. What would that look like? You'd live here, be by my side, my partner in every sense. He met my eyes. In return, I'd expect strength, discretion, and willingness to see all of me, the good and the ruthless. I already see you. I saw you that first night when you looked at me like I mattered. His kiss was urgent this time. Months of want compressed into a moment. Stay, not just tonight. Stay with me, Emma. Build something real. That's crazy. We barely know each other. My instincts have kept me alive this long. They're screaming, you're supposed to be here. Okay, I said, surprising myself. I'll stay, but I have conditions. Name them. I keep Maya in my life. She's family. Complete honesty between us. And I need time before we rush into anything physical. Done, we move at your pace. I'm not Daniel. I will never make you feel insufficient. The weeks that followed were an adjustment. I moved in, my few possessions looking lost in all that space. Maya came for dinner, sizing up Dominic. "So you're what exactly?" she asked bluntly. "Entrepreneur with flexible ethics," Dominic said calmly. "And I'm with your sister because she's extraordinary, because I'm selfish, and because she might be the best thing that's ever happened to me." He looked at me. "I'm not going to hurt her. I'm going to cherish her." Maya studied him. "Okay, but if you make her cry, I know people." "Not as many as I do," Dominic smiled. "But I respect the loyalty." Life with Dominic was never boring. Dinners with dangerous people speaking in code. Business meetings where fortunes changed on handshakes. Quiet nights cooking together. Lazy Sunday mornings with coffee and newspapers. He taught me strategy. I taught him to let his guard down, but his world intruded. Security always present. Late night calls. The weight of knowing the man I loved had done terrible things, even if I never witnessed them. 4 months after the celebration, his phone rang during dinner. When he returned, his face was grim. "Problem. Your ex-fiancé is causing problems. Making inquiries about my business operations. Looking for leverage. What are you going to do? Send a message, even he can understand." "I won't kill him," he added, seeing my expression. "I'll just ensure he understands you're permanently off limits." Within weeks, Daniel's world crumbled. Partnerships dissolved. Clients left. Doors closed. He went from rising star to cautionary tale. All because he tried to hurt someone under Dominic Blackwell's protection. I should have felt guilty. I didn't. "Do you regret it?" Dominic asked one night, months later, after we'd finally crossed that threshold. "All of it. The celebration, staying with me this life. I don't regret a single second. You saved me, Dominic. Not from Daniel, from myself. From a life where I'd convinced myself invisibility equaled safety. You saved me too, made me remember what it's like to care about something besides power, made me want to be better." He kissed my shoulder. "I love you, Emma. I love you too." 8 months after the anniversary gala, Maya called with an update. Daniel and Catherine are divorcing. Apparently, she's already with someone else. Some venture capitalist. I just felt sad for who we'd all been. Daniel with his shallow ambitions. Catherine with her need for status. Me with my need to be chosen. "Are we home?" Dominic asked when I told him. I thought about the journey from that first night to this moment. From brokenness to wholeness. We're inevitable. We're fate. We're everything I didn't know I needed. He pulled out a velvet box. "This isn't what you think. Not yet. We're still learning each other." He opened it to reveal an emerald ring catching light like captured stars. "This is a promise. When we're both ready, when you're certain, I'm going to make you my wife for real. Because I love you. Because I can't imagine life without you." "I love you too," I said through tears, as he slipped it on my right hand. "Forever then. Forever." A year after arriving at my ex's anniversary as the pretend fiancé of a powerful man, I sat in our penthouse with a laptop, working on my thesis. I'd enrolled in graduate school, finally pursuing the dream I'd abandoned. Dominic had insisted, had told me that being with him meant becoming everything I was meant to be. He walked in, loosening his tie, looking tired but satisfied. "How was your day?" I asked. "Long, complicated, but better now that I'm home with you." He kissed my head, looked at my work. "This is brilliant. You're biased. I'm honest. You're exceptional, Emma. The world is going to see what I saw that first night. I love you. I love you too, more than I thought I could love anyone." It wasn't the life I'd planned. It wasn't safe or predictable or anything I could have imagined. It was so much better because I'd learned that the best revenge isn't showing your ex what they missed. It's building a life so full and rich and real that you forget to care what they think at all. The day I walked into Daniel's anniversary celebration on Dominic's arm, I wasn't just getting revenge. I was getting free, and that was better than any revenge could ever be. If you enjoyed Emma's journey from heartbreak to empowerment, please hit that like button and subscribe for more captivating stories. Drop a comment and let us know what you thought. Your support means everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.